Hi!
Hi! This is RuPaul's Drag Race Season 4, Episode 11, plus Untucked review, bitches.
Yes. And for all of y'all out there who think that I'm just out here naked, I got my Willems on, bitch. Yes, get that promotion, bitch. So let's get on ahead.
The ladies walked back into the workroom, Kenya left, and, they were sad, but they were happy that the four of them got to continue on. And Fifi was doing her impression of Kenya, and everybody was dying and kikiing about it.
Yes.
So, they were joking and stuff, and Miss Sharon brought up that she wanted a cruise, and little did we know how significant this was going to be later on, y'all.
Yes.
They were talking about how Latrice was in the bottom two, and, she was saying, look, at this point, bitch, you're either in the top or the bottom, so it is what it is.
Uh-huh.
So the mini challenge this week was that they had to have a good old-fashioned bitch fest, but with puppets, honey.
Yeah, so basically in my mind, I'm like, okay, so it's basically just the reading challenge with some damn puppets, right,
Mm-hmm. So Sharon picked out Miss Chad Michaels, and, she gave her puppet a nice blonde wig and some large lips, to say the least.
Yes. I thought Sharon kept it pretty cute throughout that challenge. She brought up the "what do you want from me, Miss Michelle" moments. And I thought, she didn't go in too hard, apart from the way she made that fucking puppet look. Woo! Damn.
Well.
But, yeah, she kept it cute.
Miss Latrice got Miss Sharon needles, and she decked her puppet out in head-to-toe black, darling.
Yes, because that's her needles down.
So I thought, Latrice did pretty good too. Most of the time she was just saying, fuck off.
Yes.
But it was giving me what I needed. And she's like, where's my fucking cruise? Where's my fucking cruise? Again, being brought up. But, I think that shows for later on that it was a joke, and that's why Latrice brought it up in the first place, because it was funny. But anyway, yeah, Latrice did pretty good.
Yeah, I just felt like at the end, she kind of gave up a little bit. You know what I mean? She kind of ran off. Yeah.
But, I'm sure it was cut the fuck up, so it is what it is.
Yes.
Chad got Miss Fifi, and, ooh, she went in, honey. She made the puppet orange. She had the fucking tooth on the side, bitch.
Oh,
she went in, honey.
Yes, she went all the way in. I feel like Chad just killed that challenge.
Yeah, she tore it up, Miss Thing.
Yes, she did. She really did the damn thing. She went in, bitch. I mean, not in a nasty way at all.
Yeah.
But, she kind of read her down boots. I feel though, afterwards, Chad kind of jokingly went up to Fifi, to give her kisses or whatever. She was obviously joking or whatever. I don't think she really wanted a kiss. But I feel like at the same time, that was Chad in her mind kind of feeling bad about it, genuinely. I don't know if that was just me, but that's what I got from that.
So, Fifi got Miss Latrice, and she gave her, a gray afro wig, and she had the little belly going. And she was like, ooh, coming down the runway in a velvet gown. And, if I was Latrice, I would have smacked her ass. But, moving forward.
Yeah, well, I just want to say that she was, trying to give you the voice and just giving you the somebody. Yeah, but, I'll give her 10s. It did have me laughing, and, I don't think she went all the way in like that, especially for Fifi.
Yeah.
I thought Fifi was real smart for cutting off the bracelet, we all saw, she got real smart on that one, so yeah, I give them all 8 10s. I thought everyone did a good job this challenge, and obviously it was, in a sense, reading each other, so that ain't hard.
So, the winner of the challenge was Miss Chad Michaels, honey.
Yes, and I think well deserved.
Yeah, she slayed. Okay, so the main challenge this week was a bitch ball, which was doggy inspired. Now, to me, this meant it's the final 4 episode, so they gotta come up with 3 looks. Because, bitch, I'm familiar with the format, honey. So, yeah, I was looking forward to it. The first category was Dog Park Realness, daytime, And the second was Party Girl. And the third was Canine Couture, inspired by some dogs that Ru so happened to bring into the workroom.
Yes. Okay, so since Chad won the challenge, it meant that she was able to choose the dogs for all the other queens, including herself, of course. And she gave Fifi Hunter, which was the Bloodhound, and off the bat, Fifi was pissed about that one. But my thing is, like, throughout the challenges, like, you know, she tried to fuck Jiggly over, and Kenya helped her out with picking the guys in the challenge last week. So, you know, it's kind of stupid to act like you ain't pulling the same shit, girl, you know? Because she was acting kind of like it was out of left field. I'm like, come on now.
Latrice got given the Pomeranian, which I thought they made an adorable couple.
Yes, the perfect couple, seriously.
Sharon got the big white poodle,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was also quite fitting.
Yes.
And Chad kept the little Chinese crusted cutie
Mm-hmm.
for herself.
God. Okay, now I just want to ask for anyone who even cares out there, out of all the dogs that were there, which one would you have chosen?
I think the easiest would have probably been the poodle.
Yeah.
So I
really?
guess the poodle. Yeah.
See, like, I really like that Bloodhound. Even though I wouldn't know what the fuck to wear with that fucking dog.
Seriously.
But, like, it was just so adorable. It just reminded me of my dog back home. But, like, yeah, I think I might have taken the risk and chosen the Bloodhound because it was just so fucking adorable. Even though they didn't get to pick, but I just want to ask.
So everyone in the workroom was bonding with their dogs, and you got to see that Fifi's dog was kind of crazy, honey.
Yeah, she was bonding a little too much.
So she kind of got the shit end of the stick with that one.
But you know what? That's good because so many people talk about how hot Fifi is as a guy, and that's a compliment really because the dog obviously felt the same way. She was she wanted to get on it.
She wanted to get it in.
Yes, she was crouching down at the door because well, I'm on there. I'm like, damn, we got a fan with a PH over here, bitch.
So the girls were talking, and it was obvious that Fifi was getting kind of flustered with her dog with a PH. And she, you know, Chad was saying, look, bitch, I didn't mean to fuck you over by picking the dog or whatever. You know, Fifi was saying it's like, it's whatever, it's a competition. But Sharon was saying, you know, you're the only one that sees it that way right now. And she's, like, basically saying that she's the only one going hard like that. So Fifi left the workroom for a little bit, and Chad brought up that, you know, she thinks Fifi's mad at her or whatever. And, you know, Latrice was saying she ain't happy. And Sharon was saying, you know, if the shoe was on the other foot, she would have tried to get us with our dogged decisions, which, you know, is the truth.
Yeah.
So that's what she's been doing this whole competition. So, you know, Latrice is talking to Ru, and Ru is saying, you know, this is the final four, bitch. You gotta step your pussy up. There's no room for mistakes. And, you know, Latrice was just basically saying how much it means to her. And when she went to prison, she lost everything. And the money is like a big deal for her.
So, you know, when Ru came up to Chad, she was talking about, you know, being so polished, and Michelle wants to see something different from her. And obviously didn't feel like she was making the right decision, talking about how she was doing Little House on the Prairie. Like, even just saying that name just didn't go well.
So when Sharon and Ru were talking, you know, they were basically talking about what Sharon's interpretation was going to be. She was saying, you know, that she was going to be quite tan on the runway, and you know, it seemed like Ru was quite excited to see a transformation in her.
It's what Michelle's been asking for, like, this whole time. And Michelle's opinion means a lot on this show, obviously. Yeah. So she, in my opinion, really made the right choice, at least once, just giving her what she wanted.
Mm-hmm. And lastly, when she went up to Fifi, she was, you know, talking about Fifi's theme, and she was saying, like, oh, Fifi was saying she was going to use, like, a poodle skirt, and Ru was saying, oh, that's, like, from the 50s, they want to see something modern, they want, you know, that you don't want to have to explain your outfit when you get on stage, you want it to just be a look, and you can go, okay, I get that, you know? So, as usual, at this point in the game, the ladies, apart from their 3 runway looks, had to pull together a opening number the four of them choreographed together, you know, sort of a Broadway style. Like they did the Diva Awards and they did the LaToya Jackson song last year with the money. Yeah, more pressure, honey.
Yes, darling. And, you know, they have a lot, high expectation because, like, I'm sorry, the Diva Awards was sickening.
Yeah, that was
last year was sickening too with the LaToya Jackson song. So, the pressure's on, bitch.
Yes. So, you know, we're just going to quickly breeze through them practicing on stage, bring up some, you know, just important points. From the get-go, it seemed like everything was, like, kind of a mess. Like, they were trying to figure each other out. Obviously, they'd never done this together before. But, you know, they were trying to work it out. And, you know, Fifi was in a rush to get it done. And she ended up being, like, quite bossy and taking over.
Which tends to happen every time that they gotta do these things. Like, every season, there's always one, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know, it's a lot of pressure and... You know, you gotta get your shit together, and so things can get a little crazy, cause Lord knows I'm getting ready, bitch. Sometimes I get a little bitchy too, cause I got shit to do, bitch.
Yeah.
You know it's hard and there's a lot of pressure, and you know you really wanna get your shit together and be flawless on that stage, but at the same time, you gotta understand how to deliver what you're saying and carry it with some sort of, at least, respect. And just feel like sometimes, you know, Fifi was getting a little too sassy, and it was like, you know, everybody is under the pressure right now, everybody.
So, you know, after practicing, they got back into the workroom, and you could see, like, it was a lot to do. 3 outfits, choreography, and they've got to put, like, you know, hair and styling together for what they're going to wear and things of that nature, so it's a lot to do, honey. And then Fifi said something like, oh, I can't wait to kick Chad's ass tomorrow, whatever. And her and Latrice kind of got into it about how hungry she was to win the competition, and I guess Fifi was asking what makes me more hungry than you guys, but Latrice was saying, look bitch, I feel your hand behind me pushing me down the stairs, honey.
Yes.
So, you know, she's in it to win it, and, you know, I can't knock her for that, but maybe she's just willing to sacrifice more things than I would be.
Or if that makes some sense. Of the queens there would be too.
Yeah.
And not only that, but I just feel like I could totally respect someone wanting to win the competition. You know, you should go into it with that mindset. But at the same time, you've also got to realize that do your best and don't, you know, focus on other people, whether it's helping them or fucking them up. Just focus on your own shit.
Yeah.
And be good at what you do. And even if you don't win, the promotion you get from just being on this show and the opportunities you get and going to awards and stuff like that, you know, like, even if you don't win, if you come across one in that show, you're going to get so much good things coming back at you for that.
From people, because people can tell, like, what's real.
Exactly, and even though you don't win that money, being loved from being on this show, it'll bring you that money, I'm sure. You get so much out of the show anyway, so you gotta think about it like that too. When Sharon was looking at everyone's outfits, and they were asking her like what she thought and everything, I'm sorry, but that moment was so fucking hilarious. It was just like, yes, work!
Gorgeous, honey!
Yes, I was living for that moment, bitch.
Sharon. So, you know, while Sharon was going around, like, telling everyone work and things of that nature, she herself had to change her whole concept. She was going to make a jacket. She'd never sewn a jacket, so she was, like, putting a lot of work into some boots. So, you know, Fifi kind of brought it up, so I'm like, oh, God, is Sharon going to go down in flames, honey, you know?
Yes, I was a little worried for Sharon at first, but, you know, the boots were cute, though.
You know, she was trying to work the sewing machine, and she asked Fifi for help, and she just, like, ignored her. I don't know if it was, like, cut like that.
Yeah, I don't know, but what you need to do, bitch, is get, like, Shangela Season 2 and look for the Pandora box in the room the day you get in there and be like, oh, you sew? Oh, we're going to be best friends. Come sit next to me, bitch.
So, of course, when Fifi didn't come, she went to Mother Dust, and of course Chad was there to help, and, you know, she's just that bitch.
She truly is. Bless Chad's heart for real, for helping Sharon out with her outfit, because it's so hard for us to figure out a fucking look every week, and like to have to do 3 different looks and a performance and you helping a bitch out. I'm sorry, but Chad deserves a fucking award for that one.
Miss Congeniality Award.
Yes,
darling.
exactly.
Y'all can get voting on that right now. So I think our pick is definitely Chad.
When it comes down to Miss Congeniality, I do really feel like we owe Willem and we owe Sharon, because, you know, they've been so supportive. But, you know, Chad's boyfriend a lot too. Shout out to you, bitch.
Shout out to Adam.
Yes.
And Chad, you know, shouted us out too.
In an interview.
Shows us love.
So don't get twisted. We love all of you so much, but you know, we did really discuss it, and I feel like Chad just truly is just such a beautiful fucking person, and she just give her that damn award. But who knows? Maybe she wins the whole season, and then maybe she won't. Like, I don't know
we'll
yet.
See. So while they're getting ready, Chad brings up to Sharon how psychic she was in the beginning of the competition, saying she predicted the whole mugshot and sitcom challenge before it happened. And then Latrice said, well, since you're Miss Clairvoyant, honey, predict the top 3. And she predicted Fifi, Latrice, and Chad, and didn't include herself.
Like, at first when she said Fifi, I thought she said it, like, because she thought Fifi wouldn't expect her to say her. But then I was like, I don't know, maybe it's because she really does feel like she won't make it. I'm really not sure, but, you know, I definitely think all those bitches deserve a spot in the final 3, so I'm glad I wasn't at that judge's table.
So, let's move on to the runway.
Yes.
Ru looked gorgeous. She just fucking mocked Jada Sophia's look, honey.
Yes, she did. Ru was going out there with dress on, bitch. And she had the black dress, like, you know how Jada had that black catsuit dress thing? Like, Ru, you know you taking tips. Come on now, don't play.
Work, bitch. Michelle, of course, looked gorgeous, repping us big-haired ladies. Yes.
Yes. So, the performance for the bitch ball, I thought that they all did a really good job.
Yes.
And I thought they hit their mark. No one seemed to be out of time or out of beat. They all seemed to be doing a flawless job. And yeah, I would say that Fifi was kind of front and center a little bit, but, you know, Chad herself, who was in charge of choreography, said that that was a non-motherfucking factor, because that's how she wanted it to be, so I ain't even going to bring that up. But yes, everybody did a really good job in that performance. Yes, out for the bitch.
Well done, hunties.
Yeah.
So, for the first of tonight's categories, we have Daytime Dog Park Realness. Latrice Royale.
I thought that she was serving some daytime fish, bitch.
It was sickening.
Yo.
It was sickening.
You know you've seen that chick in the street before, you know what I'm saying? You know you've seen her. She was real, she was giving me all that. It's like, yes, okay, I get it wasn't eleganza, but Latrice in a fish look is just everything, bitch. It really is.
I'm sorry, she was killing it for me, honey.
Yes.
Fifi O'Hara.
The first point I want to bring up, which is kind of is that, like, she said she was doing a Nicki Minaj Barbie look, but then Kenya wore that same wig for a Nicki Minaj Barbie look, and she literally walked down the runway giving you Barbie, you know? And so I just thought the whole look was way too similar to Kenya in that episode.
Yeah. Down to the same damn hair, honey.
Yeah, and like the color scheme, like I just didn't think that it was the right move, because it was so obvious, like that's Kenya.
And plus, not only that, but it wasn't, to me, daytime dog park realness.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. You know, if we put the look on its own as it is, yeah, it's not really real. Yeah, I just thought it was really cute, and I like the idea of if the world was like that, and that was realness. I don't know if that's what she was trying to do, but as a realness look to what everyone else knows it to be, I didn't think it really matched the criteria, darling.
You know, I thought the look in general was cute. I think it would have been more effective had I not pretty much seen Kenya do it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. It was really
but
kind of distracting.
No tea, no shade. It was a cute look. It just wasn't the right look.
Yeah.
Shara Needles. She was just serving us fish on a stick, Miss Honey.
Oh, girl, baby.
It was right.
Mm-hmm.
It was right. Yeah, I thought it was fucking sickening. It was a complete, total departure from Shara Needles, and yet still Shara Needles.
Yeah.
Giving you flawless, country, daytime, dog park, realness, picking up the poop and everything, honey.
Yes, girl. I thought she looked so flawless, and like, it really goes to show that she can do it if she wants to, and she can do it well, because she just did look gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
All of this, bitch. All of this.
Chad Michaels.
Chad was giving you realness, bitch. And yeah, she was a little bit older, like, not older like, you know, like 50 or nothing, but you know what I'm saying, a little more mature, a little more seasoned. But we already done seen that Chad can do young. She already did the young, so I wasn't mad at her. But you know, she looked like a fucking housewife, bitch, taking the dog out.
Yeah.
And of course, I don't think it's necessary for either one of us to even bother saying that she looked gorgeous, because I mean, that's just a given.
Yeah. Moving on to category number 2, Pooch in a Purse, Party Girl Realness. Latrice Royale. Okay, bitch. Now, the minute she stepped out, all them judges were like, hey!
Yeah.
And that was the perfect moment for me. She was
knew.
your girl at the party. You gonna go to the club. You gonna get a little drunk, get a little crazy on the dance floor. She was giving me everything, honey. I was living.
I am so happy she whipped out that red fucking hair, bitch. You know, she was giving me Kathleen. You know, is that all you? No. Work that piece. She was just living her life like it's golden, bitch. Yes, you just want to go out with her to the club and just break the dawn.
Fifi O'Hara.
I thought Fifi looked absolutely fucking sickening. She was turning it. She looked like that bitch that you would see in the club, and you just want to go up to her and be like, "Ow." Yes.
Fifi tens where they are deserved. She looked fucking gorgeous. Like the best I've seen her. Mug was painted down. Love the wig. Love the colours on the outfit. Love the outfit itself. She was giving me all that.
She was doing all of that, bitch. She was giving me that Guero style, and I was fucking living for it, bitch. Yes, get it.
Sharon Needles. Now, she was giving us rocker party girl realness. Like, you know, a little bit of Lindsay Lohan, like, you know, that celebrity bitch who was on the drugs, a little bit messy, a little bit Olsen twins.
Yes, and it was fucking flawless because I wasn't sure what Sharon Needles was going to pull out.
Yeah.
And I was like, how is she going to take this? And she did the damn thing.
She put her own spin on it, and she gave that Sharon Needles twist and made it cunt, honey.
Yes, honey, and it fucking worked, bitch.
I was living.
She was giving you performance on the runway, bitch. She was in character. I was tens across the fucking board.
Bitch had the scram bracelet on her motherfucking ankle. Workfish.
Yes, your pussy was on fire.
Yes, thank you.
Chad Michaels. Now, I just want to know why Chad left and got replaced by Danielle from The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Cause, bitch, like, don't play me.
Oh my god.
She looked like Danielle, like that crazy fucking bitch from The Real Housewives of New Jersey, bitch. Because she seriously just realness, bitch.
Realness.
I just was expecting to see Teresa and fucking Jacqueline on that ass.
I loved her take on it. Like, everybody, you know, you think party girl, typical party girl, and everyone gave their own, like, little party girl spin. Yeah. And I love Chad's, like, because who says that can't be a party girl, honey? She's the fucking craziest one,
Yeah, she was giving you, like, an upper class chick, and I just thought it was really, I really enjoyed this episode, seeing the different runways, and for this, you know, Pooch and a Purse or whatever, they all, I think, really did their drag justice and showcased that, and it was
flawless.
Yes. Chad's structured dress was just gorgeous. It was giving her a beautiful body. It was just elegant. Her mug was right.
The wig
I loved
was
her
right.
hair. Yes. 10s across the board, bitch.
Yeah, 10s.
Yes.
And finally, the third and final category is Canine Couture Eleganza.
Yes.
Latrice Royale.
I definitely think she kept it pretty simple, obviously, and I don't know, I think that she could have brought a little more eleganza to the table.
Yeah.
Not that simple isn't alright sometimes, but, you know, I think for this challenge and this moment, this joint right here, she should have done a little extra, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Not that it wasn't cute.
Yeah.
Because it was giving me rich bitch, but it could have been more rich bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could have done with something was lacking. But, you know, I could see she took the inspiration from the dog and everything.
Fifi O'Hara. You know, I thought it was cute. Like I said before, like, the Bloodhound for me would have been the most difficult dog. Like, I wouldn't have known where to take it. Like, because for starters, all of the others have, like, fur, or at least some sort of fur that you can, you know, incorporate.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess for the dog she had, I think she did a pretty good job of interpreting the dog.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Did I like it? Like, overall, like, I didn't like it that much. The hair was kind of off for me too. She looked good. She revealed, like, the body on stage. So, that, you know, it was cute. She did well.
Yeah, I thought she gave a good performance to the runway, and I think that her outfit did the dog justice and everything. I think my only critique would be that I really didn't like that hair.
Yeah. Sharon Needles.
I loved the way that Sharon used the dog's height with her boots and the way those matched up. That was really cute, and it just like kind of made your eye go to that, and it worked really well. Especially with the hair too. She had that poodle hair on, you know, so she had that advantage of having a poodle, which, you know, everybody know damn poodle with that fur, bitch. And although her look was pretty simple, I feel like as an altogether look, it was flawless, especially for the dog. She was giving you glamorous, rich bitch. It was fun and fresh, and I liked it. I thought she did a real good job.
It was a gorgeous look, overall, head to toe. Love it all. Love the styling. Love that she wore a black dress, and it kind of popped the dog and the boots and the hair.
Yeah.
So it was gorgeous.
It was, exactly, that's the thing, is that it was pretty simple. You know, if you take every piece apart, but as an altogether look, it was fabulous, darling, and it's drag.
Had that eleganza.
Yes.
Chad Michaels.
I don't know what to say about her.
So I thought the look was cute. Like she said herself, it was kind of a nod to Cruella de Vil, that, you know, evil rich bitch once again. But on vacation,
rich bitches.
On vacation in Aspen, you know, giving a bit of snow realness.
Yes, darling.
Which I was here for too. You know, I just don't think overall it was the best look. Maybe for the dog, I didn't really see much, you know, connection.
But, you know, as an altogether look, I think she did a sickening job. She was giving me that Chad Michaels fabulousness, and it was sickening. So after the critiques were over, Ru asked who should be in the final 3, and of course each queen had to answer, starting with Sharon Needles. And as we all knew, she said Fifi O'Hara. I have to agree with Sharon on saying that America's Next Drag Superstar has to be a sweetheart. Because as someone who's just watching the show as everybody else is, although I think she's deserving of the title in the sense that she's a flawless drag queen, I think she needs to maybe work a little bit on the way that she says things and the way that she goes about things.
You know, Sharon was saying she needs to be kinder and have more family morals towards her sisters. Like Fifi, that was one thing that really pissed Fifi off, and she kept saying, "Oh yeah, don't bring up my family." Like, but I think Fifi's just misunderstood that Sharon was just saying like sisters, like the sisterhood of drag, and not just her real family. Just to clear that up.
So you know, Fifi talked a little bit about how she's a fierce competitor, and she deserves to be there. And yes, she totally does deserve to be there. I don't say that she doesn't, and I don't think anyone else is disputing the fact that Fifi is a good performer, you know, that she looks good, that she makes good costumes. I don't think it's about that. I think the main problem is the way that Fifi deals with situations and like her negative attitude sometimes, and I don't feel like it's got anything to do with her as a performer. What I feel like Fifi needed to do in that moment, instead of getting defensive about the situation, was pull a Tyra Sanchez in the wedding challenge and just apologize nicely to the judges and say that you will work on that shit. Because, you know, at the end of the day, you know, you're only kind of proving it right if you're going to get kind of mad about it. But, you know, it's a difficult situation along the line.
So in Rua's chat, she agreed with what Sharon had said. And, you know, she was just saying that she acts her age sometimes and she has some maturing to do, which I understand, like, especially from her point of view. You know, she's been there, seen it all, honey, so she knows the tea. And she just feels like she wasn't ready, so, you know, I just felt like that was genuine, like, what Chad would have said.
Yeah, I didn't feel like
just
she
a
was...
bandwagon or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't feel like it was a bandwagon thing with Sharon. I just think Chad comes from a place where she has, you know...
The experience and the wisdom.
Yeah. So Latrice says that she would send home Sharon Needles, which I know was pretty surprising to a lot of people out there, and it was to me too in that moment. But I feel like Latrice probably in that moment didn't want to seem like she was jumping on the bandwagon with Fifi, and not only that, but you know, Latrice can go off and everything. I feel like she feels like because Sharon is kind of darker and edgier, maybe she feels like it's messier in a way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, do you get why I would say that?
I feel like it was a genuine critique on her part. Can I just say, y'all Sharon Needles stands need to calm your asses down, because I saw people like, oh, fuck Latrice, she's a bitch, whatever. Like, coming for Latrice because she said this one damn thing about Sharon. I'm like, y'all need to calm down. Like, if that's how she feels, that's how she feels.
That's how she feels. I don't feel like she said anything really bad about Sharon.
No.
What she said was that, you know, she just wanted to feel like she was being treated equally. And even if her statement was a bit ignorant in the sense that she didn't realize that her own shit wasn't looking all that right, according to the judges, you know, she didn't have a lot of room to talk, but, you know, to her, she's seeing it one way, and she's seeing it like, well, I couldn't come out in that.
Yeah.
Like, I guess, like, you know, in a way, say, Latrice doesn't feel she could come out in, like, a rocker chick look with a t-shirt and a bandana and shit like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like, it's just looking at it as a whole package with the personality and the drag queen herself, and I don't know, I didn't think that it was the right statement to make, but it was her opinion, and I don't think there's any need to hold anything against her for making that voice, or voicing that. That sounds stupid, I'm sorry.
So the winner of the challenge this week was Miss Sharon Needles for the 4th time this season, more than any other contestant in any other season of Drag Race has ever won.
Yeah, so I think Sharon deserves a round of applause for that one, please. Even if you is not a Sharon Needles fan, you gotta give her a chance for that. Because, I'm sorry, Drag Race history, darling.
Yeah.
She made it.
Yeah. So, Miss Fifi O'Hara was safe, and the bottom two was Miss Latrice Royale and Miss Chad Michaels.
I didn't see it coming. I was shocked. My jaw hit the floor. I was not ready.
Like, oh Lord, it was truly something.
It really was, like, wow, it's really come to this, huh?
So, you know, Chad got a reason to bring out that flawless pussy of hers. And she basically shut that lip sync down, honey. She showed that talent and that, you know, she sold it for me. She gave me exactly what I needed with the song. It's a shame that it worked out that way for Latrice. My heart literally broke.
Literally. And I'm not saying that Latrice did a bad job in the song
at all.
No. But, you know, Chad just did the damn thing. And I was really shocked because I knew no matter what happened in this lip sync, unless they were both saying, I was going to be like... But that exit...
Lord.
Unlike any other.
No.
So Latrice broke it the fuck all down before she left. She was like, you know what, bitch? I am standing in front of Ru motherfucking Paul. And I don't know when I'll ever be able to talk to this bitch like this again. So let me have my moment.
Yeah.
And she told her that she changed her life. That she changed the world of drag. And it really hit home. Like how much this fucking show does for a bitch and how much this show has done for drag in general.
Yes,
and
bitch.
Whether you a fan of the show or you not, you gotta realize that and come to terms with that because this show truly has changed the scene, bitch.
Yeah.
And Latrice had... This bitch was nearly in fucking tears.
Seriously, I'm sat here right now emotional because we just watched that part. And I'm sat here like, let me just take this moment to pull it together because as soon as she said, bitches better beware, just like Chad, bitch, my hand was in the air, hallelujah, and it didn't stop until the damn episode ended and she left from the fucking mirror because, honey, she's a queen. She's a fucking empress and I live for Latrice Royale.
Latrice motherfucking Royale.
Ain't no other bitch gonna do it like her.
No,
honey.
bitch.
No other bitch. Bitch.
Bitch, I'm sitting here in full drag with a fucking blunt in my hand and there a police car waiting outside. Y'all can't do this some other time.
Police car?
It's a police car, bitch.
Oh, Lord Jesus, have mercy.
I'ma hide this shit.
So, anyway...
You know, cause bitch is trying to get cuffed up in this motherfucker.
I ain't trying to play with no popo, y'all. We got the blinds down, though, but you know.
But bitch, I ain't trying to go to jail in full drag.
Ooh. Where's Elisa Summers?
Although, if I do go to jail in full drag, at least I got my Willem stickers.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Willem.
Yes, bitch. Bar queen.
Latrice!
Oh.
She seriously is... I can't even too much go on no more because I'll be here all day talking about what a fabulous, wonderful, amazing, sickening empress she is.
Yes.
Truly, from the heart. Now, let's move on to the Untucked, y'all. If it looks like we're going through it kind of quickly, it's because we ain't got a lot of camera time, honey. So we gotta work it out, honey. So, we got to see Sharon and Fifi on stage, some Untucked exclusives of what went on and basically show that they really went for each other even more than what we got to see on the actual show, honey.
Yes. So, you know, Fifi brought up the fact that Sharon only wanted to cruise this whole time, and
Sharon was talking about how Fifi wanted to be center stage and, you know, basically implying that she put herself in the center of the stage, but then she was saying that Chad put her there, so, you know, these are the points that got brought up a bit later in the argument they're about to have, darling.
yes.
So then it just starts popping off and they just start screaming at each other, talking about what they said on stage, talking about the family morals thing, which Fifi misunderstood, talking about the center stage thing. You know, Sharon called her out on lying about the fucking cruise and like saying it was a joke, which, to be honest, I think it was a joke. I don't think really anyone seriously thought all Sharon wanted was a cruise.
You know, as much as, you know, Fifi, whatever, said that Sharon was saying she was going to bring Alaska home a cruise and all this shit, you know, the dream came true, though, because there's the Drag Race cruise, but regardless, I don't think Sharon was auditioning for this season going, oh, yes, I'll get a cruise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, I don't know about Sharon, but Alaska's tried out like every season pretty much, and so you know, I just think they're in for more than winning a damn cruise at this point.
Yeah. I just think, like, neither of them are there to listen to each other or understand really what's going on. The way that Fifi gets is just, it's not good for resolving any situation because she's so hot-headed and stubborn, and she's constantly swearing, and like, say Sharon's not trying to swear back, at least I appreciate that you're like, you know, shout at each other, but you don't have to be like rude.
Exactly.
Shouting is rude in itself. You don't need to add swear words into the mix, honey.
Yeah, exactly, because that just makes the whole situation more hostile. And I mean, not to say that Sharon didn't swear here and there too, because she was like, you're the one that fucking lied, and you know, but things get heated, and I just feel like things could be resolved, and like, it's just hard because Fifi doesn't really want to listen, and when Sharon does try to get her to understand, she wasn't talking about her home life, she just changes it to, oh what, you just because I'm fierce or whatever, and then Sharon doesn't really know too much what to say to her, and so they're just shouting back and forth, and
it's just a mess, honey.
Yeah.
This whole thing is a mess.
Exactly, it's gotta be some kind of like understanding, or at least trying to understand, you know?
So, Miss Ru came up telling these bitches that it was peekaroo time, but they didn't give no motherfucking shit, honey. They were just carrying on about each other. Your bullshit. No, your bullshit.
Yeah.
So that's really the level that it's at, you know.
I'm still confused about the whole situation of them not going to the gold bar, because I feel like, could that really happen? You know what I mean? Like, did they really argue so much to the point where they just didn't even listen to Ru on the TV screen? Because, I mean, you know, there's people walking around there. It's not just the queens. You know, there's other people there asking questions and shit like that. And I know someone must have said something, right? So, I don't know. It felt a little bit contrived to me that moment. I could be wrong. And if the case is that they did just argue through Avantis, then y'all must be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all ain't have no class.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and as Fifi and Sharon were arguing back and forth, you know, it got to a point where Fifi was trying to get all psychological on that ass and be like, oh, well, why are you saying this then if it wasn't a problem or whatever? And it's just like, girl, let the horse be dead and stop beating her. At this point in the game, yo.
Yeah, it's just tired. We're episode fucking 11 and it's just yapping.
Just all day. I know it's a dog challenge, but shit. You know, we already got the dogs on the damn road where they had their moment. Y'all ain't gonna be yapping too. Now, whether it was contrived or not, regardless, Dina waiting in a gold bar on her own was such a fabulous moment, and I am mad.
Thinking about her lemons.
Yes,
sickening,
it was so flawless, like
sickening,
chamois gagging, bitch. I feel like Sharon at least tried to resolve the issue by, you know, quieting down and saying that it was embarrassing that they had to be screaming at each other. That's not the way you conduct yourself, especially not on TV with all these damn people watching. Like, get it together. And Fifi's reaction to Sharon trying to give her the real tea, and she wasn't swearing at her, she wasn't being rude, she wasn't shouting. Fifi's reaction is just, well, ain't shouldn't lie. You know, you too old for this.
Now, you know, Miss Chad tried to calm the situation down and, you know, say that she was just trying to be honest on stage. She was basically saying no tea, no shade with what she was saying, but then Fifi just went straight back to Sharon and said, oh, you lied about this again, so here we are again, bitches. So, you know, Chad was just basically going off at that point and being like, you know, I put you where I put you, it is what it is, basically, and what the hell is the root of the matter? Because now y'all are just arguing about something that's irrelevant.
Yeah, so Chad talked to tea, and you know, she was honest with Sharon about the comment she made about Fifi. So, you know, at least it, I guess, showed Fifi that it's not that everyone is on the attack on her all the time. There are certain situations where people are like, look, okay, you're right there, but she did try and break it down for her too and be like, what's the real issue here?
Yeah. Because
it must get tiring having to sit there through all that fucking bullshit.
Honey, I am tired to the teeth of this mess. Honey,
Yes.
so, and this is edited into a 20-minute segment or whatever, however long Untucked is, honey, so imagine what they gotta sit through in real life, huh?
It just seemed a little bit like when Chad stepped in to try and get things, like, settled, she wasn't coming from a bad place at all, and, like, it seemed like Fifi just kind of came for her out of nowhere, and it was just, like, I don't know how in that moment she didn't realize that Chad's intention wasn't negative. She was, if anything, trying to help the situation, and I think she had a right to speak up, because she sat in that room having to deal with the bullshit too, and to be like, do you think I came for that shit, and getting all angry about one little thing she said that you're totally misinterpreting, and it's just like, ugh, I just want the best for Fifi, and I want her to not act this way. That's all I want.
Sadly, Miss Dita Wantis had to catch a flight. Bitch, I don't blame her for wanting to get the hell out of there, honey.
No.
You know, Chad tried to give Fifi the real tea and say, look, bitch, real tea, you've got to bring it down, you can't. And the minute she started saying it, she was like, oop, ba-ba-da, and just didn't want to listen, so it's just...
No, and I think it comes with experience, and not to say Fifi doesn't have any experience, but I would value Chad's opinion. I just feel like Chad conducts herself in a really, like, respectful manner, and the way that she goes about dealing with the situation gives me the feeling that you can trust her and that she can back up what she's saying. The thing is, off the bat, when Sharon was alone with Chad, Sharon was asking Chad if she should apologize to Fifi or what she should do, and you guys already know that if Fifi was the one sat there, she would not even be wasting her time asking if she should apologize. She wouldn't even too much care, to be honest with you.
Nah, girl.
So, it's kind of like, open your eyes, girl.
Basically Sharon and Chad were just saying that, like, go scream at somebody else, honey, because I'm not here for it. I'm sure Chad feels like she is too damn grown to be dealing with this mess. And, I understand her completely, and she's saying, like, look, real tea, I'm going to see Fifi O'Hara very little in the future because of the way she acts. Like, it's a shame. It really is a shame. I don't know, obviously if they feel the same way now, but it's just too much. It's just too much. I think the problem with Fifi is a lot of it is she takes them saying, or she takes Chad saying something, like, because she's older and things of that nature, like, as if she doesn't have as much of a right to be there, or that she's somehow lesser than them because she's done it for a short amount of time. But Chad in her Meet the Queens video has said, look, never underestimate a queen because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So she's like the least person to be doing that with, and she's just trying to offer you advice because at the end of the day she's done it for longer. She's older, she's in the same situation as you but a few years down the line, so she's the perfect person to take advice from. Latrice was basically saying, like, reiterating what Chad was saying, and some things you gotta laugh off, some things you gotta let go and say, this motherfucking bitch. We all have our down days, but you can't, you gotta know that it ain't healthy for you to be dwelling on it like that.
Exactly, you can't let it get the best of you, bitch. It's gotten to a point now where Chad is at a go fuck yourself state of mind, and I do feel like it must take a lot for her to get there.
Yeah. I feel like Chad is saying it because at the end of the day, Chad's feelings are hurt, because at the end of the day, she was saying, like, Fifi rides her ass about her age and the people, the work she's done, and she's been honest and upfront, and she wore everything on her sleeve, and people are just, she feels like using it against her. So, Latrice got all the bitches back together and was saying, look, I don't want it to be awkward between you guys. I mean, she was apparently sure as hell that she was going home, honey. Was saying, that she thought every single one of them was brilliant at what they do, and she loves them all, and she was just being super sweet, super kind.
Exactly, and I think this Untucked really needed a moment like that to bring them all together and just bring it back down to earth.
She was getting upset, Chad was getting upset, everybody was getting upset, honey, over it, because it's, Latrice, honey, the mother, and Sharon was saying, look, I think a lot of it has to do with the stress, and Chad was saying, he's never made such a close bond with people in such a short space of time, like they've become true sisters. Latrice was saying, they're all saying that it's such hard work, and Latrice was like, look, bitch, they they got a miracle that they got me in heels for longer than 5 minutes, bitch, because she don't even like to, she get on stage, you put them on, she get off, she's like, ooh, ooh, flipping them off, honey.
Yes.
And I feel her on that one, honey. They must be stood up there for hours. And
girl.
I know she got chunks, baby, but
a chunk can only do so much.
Child, boo. So Chad, obviously, was thinking about what the damn dogs were doing, honey. So we got the cute little moment where the dogs were fighting with the quotes. Bitch, I am from Chicago. Shout out to Miss Mystique Summers. Hi.
Hi.
And the Mystique Six, of course.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, it was really cute. It had me gagging when, the dog was quoting Mystique. I was getting my life.
Balls to the walls, fishes or bitches, you pick Mystique.
Yeah. So, that is it for this week, honey.
Yes.
What a ride, honey, to the final 3.
Yes.
Next week, we're looking forward to the clip show.
Yes.
We've got a couple, little things here and there that we might do.
Yes.
Because there's nothing really to review.
Yeah.
Unless, something in particular comes up, which we'll talk about regardless.
Yes.
Looking forward to seeing Miss Raja, Miss Manila, and Miss Alexis Mateo.
Yes.
I'm so here for it. So, I guess it's shout-out time. First and foremost, shout-out to all of the Mystique Six. I love you.
Shout out to our girl Vicky and our girl AJ, of course. We love you.
Hey.
And
shout out to Miss Clavid. Shout out to our sister Mon Garçon.
How you doing?
Shout out to Kim Zolciak.
Yes.
Shout out to Sabria.
Of course. Shout out to Makudoki, Kisakiru.
Shout out to K Riz.
Shout out to my girl 11.
Shout out to the baddest bitch.
Of course.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Shout out to Miss Bachmark.
Yes.
Shout out to any bitch who loves us and watches us and supports us. Thank you to all the RuPaul's Drag Race queens.
Yes.
Sharon, thank you for posting us on Facebook.
We love you so much. Oh my god, we're running out of time. The battery's going red. My hair really, 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 really hurts.
This has been prison. We love you, we love you, we love you. Thank you, thank you.
Bye, bye, bye.
Bye.